Good evening, you guys. I know that it is super late, but you know me. This is like my me time, my quiet time. This is when I get to really just kind of sit down and think and relax because the kids are in my face by like 7, 8 o'clock. And yes, I'm having a evening cup of coffee. I am one of those people who likes to drink coffee all day long. You know, there are worse things for me. So, okay. So getting down to what I snapped a picture of earlier. So I have been participating in this group called the Monthly Movement. And we got added to it back in March, like a couple weeks ahead of the April 1st kickoff. And it's really, really fast paced. So, you know, as I'm going through this, and I've been doing this since August, and I've been doing party packs, and it's kind of centered around party packs, so I've been doing those for a while. You know, it was really fast-paced even for me. So, you know, I know that if I'm struggling to keep up, I assume that you guys, if you popped in there at all, you probably took one look at it and went, whoa, this is super overwhelming, because even I felt overwhelmed. Like, I like the idea. I like the concept. I think that, you know, it's wonderful that all of these really fantastic leaders have gotten together, formed this group, you know, have done all of the legwork for us. So they have done all of the videos. They have done all of the, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Like all of the printouts and the marketing material and everything that goes into these packs. So that's wonderful, you know, and they're also sharing new videos with us daily with, you know, things that they do or about their story, or, you know, like today I was watching the video done by Jilly Sue about Instagram. So Instagram is one of those things that I'm really trying to be better with, though I am admittedly not consistent with it. I'm consistent with Facebook. I'm consistent with YouTube. Those two platforms speak to me. So, you know, like that one's easy. I get a lot of, you know, I feel like I can really interact with people. I feel like I can get to know people through those platforms. Instagram is not a platform that I personally connect with, but I also understand that if I want to reach out and connect with a different like market, then I need to be open to new ideas. So I did watch her video today. I did put up my very first reel. It got a lot of attention that like my normal posts never did. So I'm gonna also try to kind of incorporate that on a more consistent basis for my business. It's my afterthought, but so anyways, I'm getting off track. Instagram is a whole different ballgame. But what I wanted to talk to you about was the monthly movement and the bulk of what they're trying to provide for us as consultants to give us a brand new party style. So I have been finding that my Facebook parties are starting to kind of like ebb off. The redemption of my party packs has been declining party by party. And obviously that is not, it's not good for my business. It's not good for getting new contacts. But, you know, instead of being like, oh, darn, I'm having, you know, a rough time getting in some new contacts, I'm like, no, I'm going to try something new and try it different. So the QR code party style is centered around party packs, but I do have their not quite so fluffy version to kind of share with you too. Now, you know, you guys are all familiar with my party packs at this point because you're part of my team, and you've all gotten one at some point for me, or a happy mail for me, or something along those lines. So I do believe very strongly and love our catalogs. I have taken the time to go through and, you know, add rub and sniff stickers to our catalogs. These were on clearance. They might still be on clearance. I didn't check before I popped on here, but these were on clearance a few weeks ago when I ordered them in. So I ordered a boatload of rub and sniff stickers because getting the product under people's noses is super, super important. I mean, we love Scentsy. We know how great it smells, but it doesn't mean that somebody who's maybe never tried Scentsy has any idea how wonderful it truly is. So, I'm a big believer in getting the scent out to people. And since we're in a no contact type of world, we're in a digital type of world, I find that the rub and smell stickers are a very easy way to do this. I still personally like to include felt samples, which I have one, oh, right here. I like to put felt samples in there just because I can't get every fragrance in a sticker. And like this one here, Vanilla Bean Buttercream, this is like one of our absolute staple fragrances. It carries through catalog to catalog. It is our #1 mixer with all kinds of things. So you can transform all kinds of stuff with Vanilla Bean Buttercream and kind of twist it into something new. So, like my first experience mixing, and I'm sorry, I'm a hot mess today. We've been outside all day. And I can see this like little hair back here in the camera, and it's like bugging the crap out of me, but I digress. So anyhow, like my first experience mixing Vanilla Bean Buttercream was with like baked apple pie, or I did that with Vanilla Waves. I mean, it was a really good way to take something that was like this super, super strong spice for me and actually turn it into something that was really beautiful and I thoroughly enjoyed. So, this is probably like our most versatile scent. But the other part of the reason I like to send felt samples is because they can actually put these into their warmers. If they have, used Scentsy before, they're familiar with Scentsy, or they have warmers at home, they can pop these into their warmers and give them a try. So it's not going to be as strong as a full cube. It's not going to last as long as a full cube, but it will give them a general idea of what it smells like warmed, because as we know, as consultants, the scent is just a little bit different sometimes when it's warm. Not always, but sometimes. So I do like to include felt samples in all of my packs, but to give them the best possible smelling experience with the most out there, because I can't possibly melt every bar and put in a felt sample for everything. I like to do the stickers. But this particular new party style is based off of a QR code. So QR codes are hot ticket right now in COVID days. With, no contact. I mean, we saw a whole boatload of them when we went down to IU with Lex all over the campus. When we did that visit down there, that's how you ordered your food. That's how you, paid for things, or, whatever. So you could scan the QR code, put in what you wanted to order, and you just pay for it right through your phone. So it was minimizing contact so that they could just bring things out to the window and be done, which I thought was brilliant. So as a person who's never really used QR codes before, I was like, okay, I get this. And I'm glad that we had that visit prior, because before that would have been like, QR codes, no way. But once I kind of got to see them in action and see how they work and see how beneficial they are, I was like, they're onto something here. So when a customer uses their phone, and I would show you my phone, but I always film with my phone. So, when you use the QR code scanner, and you can get them for free in your App Store or your Google Play Store or whatever, you scan this and it's going to take them directly to a special video on YouTube that is linked specifically with this content. So like on page 1 here, it's a welcome message. Now they do have some blanks there where you can set up your own welcome message if you wanted to. You can also use avery.com to create your own QR code. And basically what a QR code is just a little scannable piece that will take somebody directly through to a website or an app or whatever it is that you set up on. Canva is another one, and that's what I use for most of my stuff. I personally pay for the $10 a month pro version, but they do have a free version that does all kinds of stuff. I mean, you'll find that you'll have more graphics and backgrounds and stuff, but I mean, with the pro version. But if you're just starting out and just starting to play with it, tinker around in the free version for as long as you need to. So, you can do pretty much just about anything that you want in the free version. But I had the pro version even before I started with Scentsy, because I'm artsy and creative, and I do a lot of other kind of design stuff. So that's just something that I already had in my basket when I started with Scentsy. So, they have also given us a key And you can see here's another scent sticker. Almost every page of this catalog is stickered for me. But there is a key on the sheet and the monthly movement that tells you exactly which page of the catalog to put these stickers on. So I got stickers that are just a smidgen larger than what they recommended, just because I wanted to put in there what this was for. So I didn't want just like a random QR code sitting there. So this one I put in, learn more about the Scentsy Whiff Box. So they know that when they scan this QR code, I mean, it would make sense that it's about the Scentsy Whiff Box on this page, but I just like to make it as simple and as easy to follow as possible for people and for myself. So like when I put my stickers away in my organizer back here, I want to be able to pull out the sheet and be like, that goes on the Whiff Box page. So not only do I have my key, but I wrote down what page of the catalog these belong on already. And then I put the information on there. So that's just part of like my organization OCD. You clearly don't have to do it my way. That was my personal thing. So when this QR code gets scanned anyways, it's going to take them to a video of another consultant who's part of this group, specifically talking about Scentsy Whiff Box. And what I liked about this, and I did scan every QR code myself, is that it's a different consultant for every single QR code. So, you know, people connect with different type of people. I connect very well with the mom group because let's face it, that is like ingrained in my soul. That's who I am. I live and breathe being a mom and taking care of kids and dealing with the crazy and the chaos. So I connect better with, you know, I don't want to say connect better because I really like, I get along with everybody, but like I'm drawn to, I'm more prone to be drawn to, especially on social media and not meeting people face to face. I'm more drawn to the mom life community, for instance. So I belong to all kinds of mom groups. I belong to, you know, I follow hashtag mom life on Instagram and stuff. So, you know, that's like that's my core. So, you know, that's the kind of people who are also going to be drawn to me. I mean, you see my crazy kids in the video and, you know, you've got to love kids to deal with some of the screaming that goes on in the background when I'm doing some of my videos. And I'm sure that there are plenty of people out there who pull me up on YouTube or take a look at my Facebook and go, oh God, not that screaming kid again. I don't want to watch her. And they'll move on to somebody who's, you know, maybe does their makeup and maybe always make sure their hair is cute, maybe whose house is always clean, because that's not me, but that's okay. So that is really what I love about this party style that they're doing. So there is a different person with a different personality and a different like way of explaining things in every single one of these videos. So that was really kind of cool to watch and see like other consultants' perspectives and have them share too, because you just never know, you know, who you're going to hand the catalog out to next. And, you know, me explaining our laundry product might not jive with them, but, you know, the way that another consultant explains the laundry product might be like, oh, aha, I gotcha. So it's really unique. It's really cool. I also have included, the stickers I was talking with you guys about. I want to say it was yesterday. I popped in real quick. But so anyways, I included the sticker for the scratch off for if you book a party, you can claim the prize. So I did decide to go with those on the catalogs. And in my party packs, and I'm not going to pull out like every single felt sample. I'll show you what else I put in there. So the catalog is the primary. I also always include a wish list. I think this is a really nice, easy way to jot things down when you're looking through the catalog. Me personally, I'm not like, I love technology. I love the digital world, but I still really like a good old fashioned pen and paper. And you know, if they're not that type, that's fine. But like, if there are people out there like me who like to just kind of jot down notes, maybe tuck it inside their catalog, I want to make sure that I provide for all types. In addition to that, I do include our host and join brochure. You know, the Scentsy journey is just this incredible gift. It really, like, I am so grateful for Scentsy coming into my life. I've built so many fantastic relationships. I have got, you know, this wonderful community of women and men, mostly women, that I get to be a part of and interact with and bounce ideas off of and share things with. And, you know, the great part is they're just as obsessed with this product as I am. You guys know, I mean, you are my people. So I just like, you know, you never know who you're going to come across who might be ready for this incredible journey. And, you know, our incentive period for spring is underway, and I am, you know, swinging hard for that. I really would absolutely love to hit the spring incentive, because then it gives me points towards the fall incentive, which is an all expense paid trip. And I have seen some of the pictures of these trips and, seen some of the videos that these girls have done and talked about, oh, we've gone here. And like so many of our team are going to Disney for free with their families. And I'm dying. I want to go on one of these so bad. It would be like the most amazing experience in the entire world to get to go on this completely all expense paid vacation. So obviously I know I've been struggling the last couple weeks. I'm trying to come out of my funk. Of just kind of being knocked sideways. And like I said, I mean, the kids being able to go back outside again has made things a lot less stressful. So we're actually putting in a fence. Should be done tomorrow, which I'm super excited about, which means that I can let them go and run in the backyard and not have to stress. I also sat out on my porch, the other day, watched the kids play in the yard, stickered my catalogs. It was glorious to just be able to let them run wild and free and have fun and do the sandbox and all. It just like, I finally felt like, okay, I'm going to get my groove back. I need to refocus and get my butt back in gear. So here I am, getting my butt back in gear with coffee at, 10 o'clock at night. But that's how I function. So that's my quiet time. The other thing that I like to put in my party packs, because I do subscribe to the Scent and Warmer of the Month. You don't have to subscribe to the Warmer of the Month, but I do highly recommend getting the scent of the month at bare minimum, because you're going to get 9 bars, a room spray, the flyers, all kinds of stuff for $35. It is an absolute rock bottom steal on those. And I like to use those bars to make samples. I've given bars away that way, because it's not like so overly expensive where it costs me a whole lot to share it. And, sometimes like it really resonates with me. Like when we got in the pink sugar berry mint, I know that I had somebody whose little girl absolutely is like bonkers about pink. And the minute I opened that box, she's who I thought of. And I was like, she needs a bar. And this bar needs to go to her. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So the fact that, I was able to pick it up at a really reasonable price for us as a consultant and I was able to gift that to her, made me really excited, because again, I know mom thing. I'm like, her little girl loves pink. This is going end of. I don't care what it costs me in shipping. She has to have it. So, it's the ability to do those kind of things that I'm super excited about with this. So, and then of course I can always, I always include the flyer. I do this in all of my packs or mailers or whatever. I make sure that everybody gets whatever the current flyer is for the month, just because, these warmers are beautiful. They're limited time offers. When they do really, really well, so say like the letterboard warmer, they're kind of like testers to see if they should bring them into the catalog full time, is what I'm picking up on. But, like that letterboard warmer is hardcore on my wish list. It is one I will be getting, but I chose Along the Beach first. So I just really like the sparkle. So, I do include that. They have for us specifically, and I'm a little discombobulated. Okay, here it is. They have it set up to where we can print these. It's kind of and these are done by Christina Steinbrook. And if you have not watched her channel, she is brilliant. And I've never met her, and I love her. And she's like 2 hours south of me. And I'm not going to lie, it has 100% crossed my mind to go down to Noblesville and be like, hi, how you doing? I love you. You're my Scentsy celebrity. But I promise you I'm not that crazy, and I don't want to end up in jail. But so anyhow, she is she's awesome. She's got that same quirky kind of weird personality that I do. So I don't know. She's like like I said, she's my Scentsy celebrity. But so she created this, and it tells them exactly what this party is about, or how this party works. So it's scan, smell, and shop. So, oh, hey there, just a wild guess. You already have your phone out. So, and then she goes through the steps of what you're supposed to do with the QR codes and so on and so forth. And then she is best known, probably not best known, but she is well known within the Scentsy community because she is like a graphic genius. For her scavenger hunt that she does for every catalog season. So I've used her scavenger hunts in the past. For the fall one, I didn't get a whole lot of response on it. I chose to leave that out just because it was, I was spending too much on ink and paper that way. And I was getting like nothing back from it. So it didn't work for me personally, but she's already got a scavenger hunt built in on the back of this here. So I'm going to use it, and we'll see how it works. Now, this ink was really, really heavy. So I did print this out on cardstock. I haven't cut this one yet because I want to run it up to the library and get copies made of it. They can copy it. I can like pay to get copies of this a whole lot cheaper because they've got the laser Xerox machine. Then I can do it home. So instead of spending my ink, I'm going to go spend $10 at the library and get a bunch of copies of these made up for all of my parties this month. So that's why it's not cut, but I will come home and then, cut down the center. So each one of those goes in there. All right. So the last things that I put in there obviously is samples. So in your starter kits and stuff, you've got some like body samples and stuff. I always try to put some sort of body sample in there. I don't typically put my laundry samples into the party packs. Just because laundry adds a lot more weight. And these are, our body line is beautiful. I mean, it's just like, it's magnificent. So, this one is pineapple coconut vanilla lotion. The other great part about that is you can mail this flat in like a regular envelope. You will have to go to the post office. It'll probably cost you maybe about $1 to $1.25 to mail versus just throwing a stamp on there. But it's a whole lot cheaper than sending, like my party packs typically run me on average roughly about $3.50, and that's through Pirate Ship, which is discounted. But again, I have found for me, they are worth it. But if you are just starting out and you haven't, booked a whole lot of parties, you haven't done a whole lot of parties, start with what you can do and start with what you got in your kit. They're really, really designed, to give you everything you truly, truly need to start your Scentsy business. You don't have to do all of this extra, all this fluffy. Again, I'm a creative personality type. This speaks my love language to be able to do these. So do not feel obligated to do them at all. Now, I also include a wax sample for the scent of the month. Now, I know a lot of people do molds and they do really cutesy things. This is where my like creative fluff goes out the window because Mama don't have that kind of time or that kind of patience or that kind of trust in my toddlers not to do something terrible to it. So I just cut up wax. I'm going to be honest, it's not pretty, but you're just going to melt it anyways. And I put the scent sticker on the front. So these come in our kit. For the scent warmer of the month, and that makes it look pretty on the top, and then they can just dump it out of the baggie into their warmers. I also always put this into my happy mail, so whatever the scent of the month is, I make sure it goes out in my happy mail, and I will be forthcoming with that video here in the next couple of days. I don't send out happy mail until payday because I believe very firmly, do not spend family money on Scentsy, spend Scentsy money on family. So like I said, I started out small and it's kind of grown. And if my monthly commission doesn't cover doing something big and elaborate, then it doesn't cover doing something big and elaborate. So thus far I've been fortunate to at least, in the beginning, like I kept reinvesting whatever I made back into the business. So that has helped significantly for me. But for those of you who are newer to Scentsy, they do, and then they were kind enough to think of you guys. Oh, there's one more thing that I put in there because the QR codes aren't going to link them back to the party. And like I said, I'm trying to get this off of Facebook. I think I completely completely failed to mention that. I'm trying to ebb away from Facebook just a little bit and use Project Broadcast to do some texting options. So what I'm doing is providing my hostesses with the wording for them to text their friends. It has a link to my jot form to request a sample pack, and then I will mail them out the sample pack. So inside here, and again, this is made in Canva, and then I imported it into Avery, and I know that's going to sound complicated, so you don't have to do this. You can simply put a little note inside of it saying, you know, hey, please make sure you go to my website and select your host at checkout. So on here, to keep with the theme though, I put, you know, how to shop, scan the QR code below, or go directly to my personal website at what my personal website is, so laurasaromaretreat.scentsy.us. Then at checkout, attach your order to, I put my hostess's name in there, so Sandra's Party, for her to receive credit. So with Scentsy's latest upgrade, where when they're on our personal websites, that it asks them, oh, who's your hostess before you check out, that has been a game changer. I think that's great because, you know, what if you click the wrong link? What if you clear your cookies? What if you do this? What if you do that? And then your hostess doesn't get credit. And that's sad because partying for rewards is awesome. So I am including these here. But again, this speaks my love language. You can, but like I said, you can just include a little note with what your personal website is and what they're supposed to do when they go to checkout. That's easy to do, and it doesn't have to be fancy, dressed up, printed. Again, that's a me thing. So you can just as easily handwrite a little card and tell them what to do in there. So moving on, so that's what I'm currently using in my packs. But again, I know you guys, I'm sorry, there's these little gnats all over my freaking house because in, out, in, out, in, out. And I'm like super getting distracted right now, and I apologize for that. So anyways, so if you are just, like I said, starting out, they do have it set up in this Dropbox, and I'm gonna, you know, link the Dropbox down below here in our comments. They've got just this one page sheet, okay, with all of the QR codes that you need. Now you can pair that with a showcase brochure, and I do have showcase brochures. I like our showcase brochures. This is what I don't know, I'm drawn to these more for like a quick grab, or a quick mailer for somebody, or I carry a couple of them in my purse and keep them in like an envelope to just kind of hand out. So a showcase brochures are really, really good for that. Or you can use your product sheets. So I don't have product sheets. I didn't personally, like, they didn't attract my attention. So I didn't re-get them when spring came out, but they're the like legal sized tear pad with all of the products on it. So the product sheets will have all of this here and all of this here on them. What they don't have, and why I like the showcase brochures better, is all of the fragrances and everything that they come in. So I find personally, again, the showcase brochure, I like this a whole lot better, but you can still fold this up to put it into a regular size envelope. So I will actually fold this one here. Oh, I'm missing my sticker, so I'll need to remember to sticker that later. But I do label everything with the Avery 5160 stickers, just because I never know where my information is going to end up, whose hands it's going to land in. If it's, you know, if you misplace one piece of it, but you can find another. Like a business card is so small, I sticker everything with how you can get a hold of me. But you can fold the showcase brochures up, and I did a crap job of that, to fit in just like a standard mailing envelope. So they have also designed this on just a regular 8x10. So you can put it in with your product sheet, or you can put it in with your showcase brochures, whichever one you prefer. And you will be able to fold these up and fit them into an envelope. Now, if you have stickers, This is an easy sheet, and you print 2 to a sheet. I just kind of fold it in half. So you can put stickers here and then just kind of fold that up also to fit inside this little envelope, or fit inside a regular sized envelope. Or you can throw a couple felt samples in there. So you did get bars in your kits. Or if you are a Scentsy connoisseur, you probably have a huge stash of bars yourself. So, pop a cube off of some of your own personal ones, grab some felt from Amazon, dip that in the wax, throw it into a little baggie. You do not have to sticker it. I like to sticker it, but you can literally just write directly on the baggie. I would recommend, even if you're not printing stickers, that you get stickers just to put on there, because, permanent marker will rub off of plastic, but it's not going to come off of these little stickers here. So I would just handwrite on there. You don't have to get fancy with the printer. I'm OCD. It's my own problem. I recognize this. And, throw a couple of things, 2 or 3 felt samples inside for them to sniff through. If you have body, you can also put a body sample inside. And this will all go into a regular envelope. Now, this is considered non-machinable with this in here. If you're just doing the felt sample, because they are flat, you can just put a stamp on this. So, use what Scentsy gave you. Absolutely use what Scentsy gave you. Fold up some product sheets, fold up some showcase brochures, whatever it is that you've got on hand. Melt down a couple cubes of wax. I mean, you can get felt in bulk. I'm still working on my $10 packet of felt from Amazon that I bought back when I started in August. I'm not even halfway done with it. So felt is super, super cheap. I also got these little baggies on Amazon. Again, they came 1,000 of them. I have them now on a subscription where they come to me every 3 months or something, but, just to save a couple bucks on it. But, just felt samples are super, super easy to mail. And like I said, you can do that. And then you would just print out the instructions of what this is and fold that up to fit in the envelope. But still, you're nice and thin. There's not a whole lot of weight to it. And it gets something in front of people. And then, not everybody wants to be inundated with Facebook posts. I think that's kind of what I'm, finding. I think the people who originally scheduled on Facebook with me, a lot of them were friends, a lot of them were family. I mean, they were trying to support me and get me some new contacts, and I am eternally, eternally grateful for them. But I'm finding text message works a lot better, and then I will get this out to them. I set a follow-up for about 3 days later, because that's typically how long my shipping takes. I ship everything through Pirate Ship. So I have a tracking number on it. I can see whether it's whether it's been delivered or not. So I check it and go, okay, it was delivered. I just want to check in, make sure that you got it, that it arrived at the right place, and then kind of get a feel for what their likes or dislikes are. So, I always try to leave myself open to negative feedback as well as good feedback, because sometimes it's not always positive, and that's okay. Now, if you are sending just a regular envelope, I would probably set your reminder up to follow up in about 5 days. And I track all of this through Amy, through my Amy app. If you've not signed up for Amy, your first 3 months or something is completely free, but it is worth having it, because I would lose my head if it wasn't attached. I can't remember squat. So that's just the truth. I do not have the brain capacity to remember everything at all the time. So that is where I love technology. So it helps me remember. But I input, hey, these people got a party pack. And then I set my reminders. So, I check my Amy every single morning, and it tells me what my to-do list is for the day. And it's beautiful and it's glorious. And, they give you some templates to work off of. I find their templates to be extremely generic, and they don't feel real authentic. So yeah, I change them. I hit update now, and I use my own wording and my own voice to use these. I know that a lot of consultants have recommended using, voice text. I'm not brave enough to try that just yet, because I can imagine the screaming in the background, and then they wouldn't hear a word I said anyway. So I'm good with just typing out text for the time being. Maybe once Haley starts kindergarten and Lena starts preschool, I'll consider that idea. But for now, I'm good. So anyways, that is the long and the short of the monthly movement. I know that they have, additional content coming to us through the whole month of April, additional ideas, additional pointers, additional tips, all kinds of really great stuff. And I'm excited to see what else they have to offer. I will probably come back here and go over it again with you guys, just because, like I said, when I first got into this group, it was super fast paced. I felt really kind of like overwhelmed. I had to take a step back, and I had to just kind of process it at my own pace. So that's what I've done. I've spent the last couple evenings after the kids go to bed, instead of, watching TV, I've sat down and like, okay, let me go back and watch this video. Let me see where this link takes me, because, I want to change. I want to grow. I want to evolve. I want to offer all kinds of different styles. And I'm always up for a new challenge. So I hope this helps you guys understand, how this monthly movement is working, what the basis of the monthly movement is. And, I don't want you guys to feel like, oh my God, I have to do all the things that they're recommending, in order to be successful in this business. You don't. What you really, truly need is consistency. And not to be put off by being told no. I'm told no all the time, and I'm okay with that. So I'm used to it. I mean, I get told no 4,000 times a day anyway. So what's one more no? And, it doesn't hurt my feelings. Like in the beginning, I thought like, oh, she doesn't want to host. I'm, shoot, what am I going to do now? But I've gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, they don't want to host. It's okay. I'm good with that. I will ask the next person. So, again, you don't have to do all the things. You don't have to make it super complicated. They have kindly enough made it super, super simple to where, like, if you're not comfortable doing videos, they have done all the videos for you, which is beautiful. I find videos to be very, very good. So, like I'll share this to YouTube when I'm done. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me directly if you want. We can have a little one-on-one chat. I'd be happy to walk you through my interpretation of all of this. Yeah, pretty much that's it. So have a great night, you guys. Bye.